Welcome back, Doug Pagitt Radio on AM 950 and DougPagittRadio.com. It's 10 minutes before high noon, and I got to tell you, I'm so excited to have Sarah Rust Sampedro here on the program. This is a little segment that we call Right On. You know, this is religious radio that's not quite right. And then there's some things in this world that are just right on, just the way they're supposed to be. And so I like to have a time to tell stories and to invite people on to tell what they're doing, things that are right on. And Sarah is one of those people. She has just started a website connection point for people. Yeah. It's not just a presentation. It's a place for people to connect. All right. Called Art and Motherhood. Sarah Rust Sampedro. So she's here, and she's going to tell us about it. And you should go there. If you're listening to it on the podcast, you should head over there right now. And if you're listening in your car, as soon as you get home, you should head on over. So this is Sarah Sampedro.
Thanks for having me here today.
Thanks for being on the show. Sarah is an award-winning photographer and has put together this website where you're chronicling motherhood.
Yeah, for a year. For
a year. A picture every day.
Yep.
And you're inviting people to submit their own suggestions.
Yeah. I want people to tell me stories about their motherhood or their motherhood, trying to be a mother and an artist. I mean, basically that's where it started, is the struggle of trying to be a mother and an artist at the same time. And, you know, you don't have a lot of time in your day, and you don't have...
Yeah, you don't know what you're supposed to do, so you make it. So you created it. And that's what I think so right on about this. Is that you've made, first of all, it's a great looking site. Your photos are arresting. The one, I don't know if it's the one from this morning or last night. I can't remember when I looked. Laying down with the book in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on.
I struggled all day yesterday, and I finally just ended up with that last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's so good. It was a good choice. So you're taking these photos and you're capturing this narrative of what it's like to be an artist and a mother at the same time.
But I kind of also think this can go towards any job. I mean, my brain is stopping.
Okay.
I think anyway. I'm saying I think it applies to every job. I mean, women, whether they're a full-time career person and a mother, I just don't think this applies directly to art. I think it can be descriptive of a woman being torn into to do both their loves, whether that, you know, career and family, whatever that career may be.
And so now you're saying, here's how I would do this as an artist, and I want to encourage and I want to call other people to do that as well. And that's what's so ideal about this, is that you're saying that effort that you're making, you want to encourage other people with that same effort to do.
And I'm doing it as art because I'm an artist. So and I want to invite other people in, and I want to hear about other people who are artists that are able to do it successfully, because historically I just have not heard of a lot of women that can really live life successfully as both an artist and a mother.
Yeah, and the site itself, technologically, it's really quite great.
Yeah,
I don't know who did
that. Would be Javier. He is my husband. He is very technologically savvy. He's my communications guru.
Yeah. So Javier has created a way that you can click on you can roll over the picture and then do a whole variety of things with it. Send it to people and repost it yourself and connect people together with these images. And I think it's just going to take off.
Right.
Now 365 days. That's
a long time.
That's a big commitment.
Yeah.
That's a year. I mean, Obama's been in for like a year, and he had a tough look.
I do ask myself every day, is this possible? Can I do this? Am I just fooling myself?
Yeah. But what I love so much about it is you don't know if you can do this.
Right.
But you're saying, I'm going to give it a try.
I'm going to try.
And I'm going to make that public. I'm going to say out loud to other people, I'm trying this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see if I can keep this up for a year. And
the reason I chose a year is because it's a long time. Part of what my life needs is some discipline, because I'm not a very disciplined person, and it's a commitment and a practice, and I need to commit to a certain amount of time and be disciplined to follow through in order to practice this creativity, which I think with any skill that you want to develop needs practice, and creativity is just like that.
And stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah.
And so if you want to see this now, folks, really you should go over there. I know people in the chat room are talking about it already. It's artandmotherhood.com. And the and is spelled out, A-N-D.
Correct.
Yeah, artandmotherhood.com. Sarah Rust Sampedro is the artist and the creator of this notion. And you're really trying to capture what it's like for you to be a mom in real time.
Yeah. This is it seems a little bit selfish to me at times, because it's about me. It seems to be all about me, but it's not. At the true essence of it, it's not about me. I am just the symbol of motherhood in these photographs, and I'm a mom, and I act as a symbol to express different things that I think other mothers feel.
And so what do you want someone to do? Like when someone looks at the image from January 23rd, and is that the day it started, or what day did it start? When
It started January 1st.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah.
Well, how come I'm
so it's a whole year. Well, when you go to the homepage, it will go to the current day. Not the current day, to the current post. For example, if you open it right now, it'll show yesterday's post because I haven't made a photograph yet today. But I make the photograph, and then I do the computer stuff, and then I upload it all on the same day.
Yeah. So it's not like you have a batch of these sitting around waiting to go.
I don't do, 50 and then post one a day for the next almost 2 months.
Really?
No. Well,
I totally thought that's what someone would do.
Chris Baker said he could write a program to me that would automatically post them. I could just put them all.
Yeah.
I could set them all up, and he could write a program that would set them all for me and post them every day at a certain time.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about this this one from yesterday, from January 22nd. Do you remember it? It's the shot from, I think it's you behind you're looking out a door, and the picture is taken from behind you. And there's a little caption down there, and this is, I've been in your house, so I know right where that picture's taken. And so it's this. There's a sense of longing in this picture, a sense of things are blurred out. You're such a photographer. I'm giving you another one.
He's giving me another high five. This is the third since I've been here.
Yeah, I just think it's so great. And the little caption says, "You're just a mom. You don't get a turn."
Right.
It's
in quotes.
What's up with that? It's
that
in quotes,
is literally something that my daughter said to me that day.
That day,
it stuck in my head, and
like you were playing a game or something.
Well, we were in the car, and we were listening to music, and she wanted to have her CD on, and we had listened to her CD 2 times in a row. And I said, "It's my turn now. I get to choose the music." And she said that to me. "You're just a mom. You don't get a turn." And then I thought, that's an amazing statement.
Yeah.
How can I make that into a photograph?
So now you've captured that in one click.
Yeah.
And
it took all day to think about an image that I thought would properly suit that statement.
I think it's so invitational, and it's so good. Now, if other people have their own images, what do you ask them to do on the site? What should they do with their own?
Well, they could email me the images. There's nothing on the site to handle other people's images, but I'd like to hear lots of people. Every day I get emails, people telling me their stories, what it's like, what their lives are like, what they do to either successfully or they feel like they're not successful, or they feel like they are successful. Anyway, and so people send me emails every day telling me those stories. And
I can see the little social networking business down there on Twitter and all that stuff.
And a couple other things that I don't even know.
For the hip ones among us, what's your Twitter handle? Do you know?
art_motherhood.
art_motherhood. And you can find all of this at artandmotherhood.com, and it's terrific. That's Sarah Rust Sampedro, somebody who's taking her faith, taking her hope, taking her love, and saying to other people, join in and contribute your own. And that's what we're called to do in this world. We're called to live in a world that's made from the choices that we make, that we join together with God and what God's about in this world. And by our faith and by our hope and by our love, we join together with all the good things that are going on. And Sarah Rust Sampedro is one of those.
Thanks a lot,
So let's
Doug.
make the kind of world that we want to have, folks. And we'll talk with you again next week.